Sop, Ripple just leaked the Fed goes bust. Breaking XRP news today. Despite the fact that Ripple's chief technology officer, David Schwartz, says he is still most concerned about payments, he also drew attention to carbon credits and gaming EFTs. Welcome to the Finance Up channel. Please watch this video to the end, like it and subscribe to the channel so as not to miss the release of new videos. Also in this video, we will show the lucky winner of Give Away Free 500 XRP, and maybe it will be you. So watch the video carefully until the end. A heated debate on Twitter between Craig Wright, who is known for his statements that he is Satoshi Nakamoto, and David Schwartz, Ripple's chief technical officer, attracted the attention of cryptocurrency supporters. The dispute began with Schwartz criticizing Wright's view of institutional adoption of Bitcoin. Craig Wright tweeted that Bitcoin cannot be accepted by institutional investors until it is restored in accordance with the law. However, the technical director of Ripple called this comment stupid for many reasons. He wondered why institutional investors are the target market for peer-to-peer digital money. At the same time, he added, which jurisdictions will it cover? After all, Bitcoin, as you know, is designed to become a counterweight to the banking system. To this, the self-proclaimed creator of Bitcoin hinted that the technical director of Ripple does not know how finance works, and he has no idea how the legal framework works. He added that David Schwartz does not really understand Bitcoin, and he has no experience in institutional investing. Craig Wright, in his further comments, mentioned Ripple and its native cryptocurrency, XRP. He stated that Ripple's A2 has a very limited area of expertise. He called XRP the most useless pump-head-dump scheme in the whole industry. On the other hand, he developed XRP, the most useless pump-and-dump scheme in this entire industry, he tweeted. To which Schwartz replied that Wright was abusing the legal system to steal intellectual property rights and defame those who disagree with his opinion about Bitcoin. The head of Ripple called Wright a despicable coward who sues people for sharing their opinions. In response to such accusations, Wright argued that any statement about him must be supported by factual evidence, otherwise it could be considered libel. The debate then centered around XRP and its legitimacy, with Wright accusing Ripple of not showing how their technology is deployed anywhere other than paid trials. Wright then made a bold statement that he intended to conduct an academic analysis of XRP in 2023, which will show how dishonest the system is. Wright also predicted that Ripple would lose to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Craig Stephen Wright is an Australian computer scientist and businessman. He has publicly stated that he is the main part of the team that created Bitcoin and the person behind the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto. These statements are regarded as false by many media outlets and the cryptocurrency community. According to Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, support for cryptocurrency regulation in the United States is bipartisan and bicameral. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse shared on Twitter on January 3 that he is cautiously optimistic that the United States will achieve breakthrough regulatory clarity for the cryptocurrency industry in 2023. To mark the first day of the 118th Congress, Garlinghouse shared his hopes that 2023 will be the year when the U.S. will achieve clarity on cryptocurrency regulation, adding that support for regulation is bipartisan and bicameral. Garlinghouse said that the U.S. is not starting with a clean slate in the field of regulation, citing as examples such bills as the Securities Transparency Act, the Responsible Financial Innovation Act, and the Digital Token Transparency Act. According to the CEO of Ripple, the stakes cannot be higher. He added that no bill is perfect, and probably there will never be one that will satisfy everyone, and attempts to develop a perfect bill should not slow down the progress of Congress in creating rules and legislation in the field of cryptocurrency. According to Garlinghouse, the U.S. lags behind Singapore, the European Union, Brazil, and Japan when it comes to cryptocurrency legislation and regulations. He said that the lack of coordinated efforts to implement the regulatory framework both globally and in the U.S. continues to push businesses into countries with lower regulatory standards, leading to sometimes disastrous results, such as the collapse of Fox. Most XRP holders expect the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission to seek a settlement against Ripple, according to a Twitter poll conducted by John E. Deaton, a lawyer advocating for XRP. According to the results of the survey, which Deaton launched on Wednesday, 59.2 of more than 18,000 voters predicted an out-of-court settlement of the case in 2023, and the remaining 40.8 said that it would end with a court decision. While the survey itself provides little insight into why XRP holders expect a settlement, it's worth noting that many believe Ripple may have cornered the SEC with Heineman's documents. William Heinemann, in his speech in 2018 as director of the SEC, argued that Bitcoin and Ethereum are not securities. Consequently, Ripple's lawyers, trying to understand how the director came to this conclusion and why regulators treated XRP differently, requested documents and emails on the draft speech, but faced stiff resistance from the SEC. The regulator claimed that these documents were protected by attorney-client privilege, but after 6 refusals in 18 months, 2 judges handed over the documents to Ripple in October. Nevertheless, the Securities and Exchange Commission is making a last-ditch attempt to ensure that these documents do not become public in accordance with its latest requests for the classification of documents related to applications for summary litigation. Such a strong desire to keep Heinemann's documents secret has raised suspicions about their contents. Some members of the XRP community and prominent jurists think that the SEC may be forced to seek a settlement agreement with Ripple to hide these documents from the public if the court rejects their petition. Stuart Alderoty, Ripple's general counsel, hinted that Ripple's arguments became more weighty after they got Heinemann's documents into their own hands. Recall that Ripple's chief executive officer, Brad Garlinghouse, claimed that Ripple would only agree to the deal if the SEC clarified XRP. Hence, an out-of-court settlement is potentially beneficial to the XRP community. However, this is the last thing the broader crypto community wants. Gokhshtein Media founder David Gokhshtein called it the worst possible outcome, calling Ripple's outright victory the preferred choice. This is because, although it provides clarity for XRP, it does not force the regulator to bring clarity to the rest of the cryptocurrency markets. Lawyer James K. Phelan predicts that if there is no settlement agreement, the judge will make his decision before or at the end of March 2023. You can see the current price of XRP on your screens, with a daily trading volume of $648,452,340 used. XRP has declined by 3.2 in the last 24 hours. Thank you for watching this video to the end. If you liked it, then don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so as not to miss the release of new videos.